Corey Swergas here for Slap News, and we have been informed that John Kennedy has been released from Power Slap. We have obtained a copy of the letter that has been provided to him. Just go over really quickly. Thank you for your participation in Power Slap. While this decision is never an easy one, we have determined not to retain you on the Power Slap roster. Our decision is based in part on the last loss. All right, so we have John Kennedy here to come and talk about his time with Power Slap and about his pending release. John, how you doing?
Hey, what's
Good.
up?
Good, man. How about yourself? Everything going all right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So we see in the unfortunate news of your release. What is your thoughts and feelings around that?
My thoughts on it is I feel like it's bullshit. I feel like we all know why they really released me. But no, because if they say the last loss is controversial. If you watch from my fight, any fight after that in the uh, series, nobody had to walk as much as I had to walk that one time. And what a lot of people don't know is like that week before that, we was all playing basketball. Me, Jules Scott, Reese, Chris Thomas, and I jumped, fell on my mic piece on my back, right on my spine. So I was limping around for basically all week. Um, so for still to be like that's why I lost, I don't believe it.
Gotcha. So just so people know, obviously, as part of the Nevada Athletic Commission, you received a suspension that was supposed to continue until September. At that time, there was no representative from Power Slap on the hearing. Have you heard from Power Slap since that time? That was the last time we spoke to you.
Yeah, I talked to Frank a couple days afterwards, and he I asked how I was doing, and everything was good, and I asked him, I was like, so am I still on the roster? He's like, yeah, you're still on the roster. And then, next thing you know, I'm getting this. And
Yeah. So what? Just so people know the date. When was that conversation with Frank?
um, I don't
A
know.
couple months ago.
Yeah, it was right after the whole cocaine thing.
Okay. So fast forward now till March. I know you were in attendance, or sorry, you were in Vegas during the Power Slap 1 weekend. What happened that weekend? Did you actually make it to the actual fight itself?
No, actually, we did. Me, my girlfriend, my two buddies, Mike Estes and his wife, we went out to Vegas, and I messaged Frank everything. No response back, no nothing. Um, so we still went out there, hung out. We hung out with some of the guys. Hung out with Ryan Phillips, Wesley, um, Jesus, even Azale. Me and Azale talked, squashed the beef. Um, you know, uh, Devin, we hung out with Devin. So it was a good time still.
Gotcha. Did you find it weird at all? I mean, the event was on the 11th. Your release didn't happen until the 13th. If you reached out to the brass of Power Slap for them not to get back to you, did you think that was very odd?
I mean, not necessarily. I didn't really think it was odd. It was a little weird, but like at least let me get a response or something. So instead of just ignoring me,
Yeah. Do you think you had a fair shake with Power Slap throughout the entire, run that you had with them?
yeah, to be honest, I think it's kind of like they got their people they want to win, you know, and like I said, uh, it's all a little fucking weird because, like I said, to say that's why you dropped me is off my last loss. And if you look on Twitter, Reddit, any shit, anything like that, that's exactly what everybody said. It's controversial. I had one slap left, and the match would have been over.
Do you feel like you were a good company man the entire time that you were rostered by them?
Oh yeah, definitely a good company man.
Yeah. Awesome. Would you have changed anything about your whole experience?
I mean, probably not done the cocaine, but like I said, the cocaine was another whole nother thing. So
Yeah. And so kind of circling back to that, A previous statement that you made was that Power Slab knew, or they took your test,
Yeah,
early on during the house, but then continued to allow you to fight. Do you think they were aware of that, even though it wasn't announced until, later in the new year?
yeah. They knew November. What was it? November 30th. That the, it was about the cocaine, and so to bring it up at this late, and you guys still let me compete, knowing that not one but two different matches.
Interesting. Your relationship with Frank. What do you think about him, and is there anything that you'd want to say to him right now?
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's like this. They're missing out. Everybody loses at the end because, like I said, I was looking forward to making the comeback, and it
Hmm.
would have been, it just goes to show, like one fucked up thing, and you know,
Yeah.
fucks it up.
Yeah. So what's in future for you? Are we going to see you in slap fighting in some other organization?
Um, well, right now I'm not. Like I said, yeah, you're gonna see me in other organizations. I'm gonna holler at JT Tilly and see what he's got going on. I got some MMA fights coming up, so I'm gonna stay busy. I got them suspended to August, so
Understood. If so, are you suspended from MMA as well?
yeah, yep. Boxing, MMA, I can't do shit. So
Gotcha. And I'm not sure how it works in the United States. So if you're suspended by Nevada, is that across all jurisdictions across the
yep, yep.
U.S.?
All yeah, all
Gotcha. Okay. So, what are you doing right now to train and be ready for once that suspension's lifted?
I'm not really doing too much now. I'm just doing a lot of work and just fucking uh, just hanging out now. Um, so, but I still go to the gym. I went over to Mike Estes' North Iowa fight, Bay City fight team. Um, did some training over there, and
Gotcha. If Frank calls you back for a second opportunity on Power Slap, are you going to take his call?
oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Money talk. Like I said, I don't do this shit like this wasn't a job. It's nothing like that. It's just more. I feel like more like don't bullshit me. You know, you could have
Hmm.
sent back text something. So, but yeah,
Gotcha.
hey, call me. Like I said, me and Azelle was talking about it when I was in Vegas last time. Me and Azelle was talking after. Let's get it down. And so yeah, and like I said, I'll come for the belt. John Davis, he already knows I want the rematch. Like I said, that was controversial. You got to admit it was controversial. Everybody
Hmm.
says it's controversial.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's hindsight now. Um, like what can you do from here on forth? Do you think to try and get that opportunity back?
I'm gonna be back for sure. I'm just gonna work and
Hmm.
I said they'll be calling me.
Yeah. Do you,
Like I
do
said,
you feel
people
like?
love me. People just like we were here in Colorado today in some little like crystal shop, and some guys
Mhm.
like, "Are you John Kennedy from Power Slap?" Never met the dude before, so I'm like, "Yeah." So we sat there, chopped it up for a minute. And I said, "Fans love me. I bring energy," and I said, "Let's run it."
Yeah, awesome.
And they
So I
got
mean,
my number.
yeah, for sure they do. Are you thankful for everything? The opportunity to get the limelight, to be
Oh
on
yeah,
TV,
definitely,
to set you up.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, it was definitely an opportunity. Like, hey, thank you. But like I said, I'll be back. We ain't done talking.
no,
I'm
no, for
setting an
sure, man, for
example.
sure,
You know,
for
this,
sure. Yeah.
this shit was just a little setback. We're gonna bounce back from it. And I said we'll be
Hmm.
back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know, like, I've given you a ton of credit, obviously, in social,
Yeah,
and for the last interview that we did for, owning up and manning up to what you did and not trying to run and hide.
yeah,
I think the length of time and the way that these things have unfolded, I think, are a little, unfortunate. And it didn't seem like the communication flow between, yourself and the brass of Power Slap may have been, as great as you would have liked it to have been.
yeah. Like I said, we
But
wasn't best friends or nothing. It was all
yeah,
strictly business. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still
Like,
knew it from the beginning what the fuck it was.
like, did you feel like you were more of an employee with them or more of like a independent contractor per se?
I mean, we're at their disposal, so they're basically like our employer. They write the checks.
Totally. Is there anything that you want to tell the fans? Anything that you want to say to people that have followed your career up until this point?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's not about what you do; it's about what you're gonna do. Like I said, I'm gonna use that one minor setback to, you can come back from basically anything. And I said, stay tuned and you'll see it.
Where can people follow you at?
Facebook, John Kennedy, TikTok, H8ERPROF1011, Instagram haterproof1011, and yeah.
Awesome, my man. I know
Yeah,
it's your
I never
girl's
deleted
birth.
my MySpace, so I might still have that.
Amazing. I didn't know if MySpace is still around,
No, I
actually.
don't know. That's why I said
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
remember deleting it.
yeah. That's cool. I mean, I won't take up any more of your time. I know it's your girl's birthday. Oh,
Hey, can I get a
oh,
shout out to all
I
my
lost.
sponsors real quick?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Sorry,
Oh,
I
yeah.
dropped you there for a second. Yeah.
Studio 65, North Iowa Fights, um, Missy Cakes, Drunken Barrels, yeah, Dad's House, all them people. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for sticking by me. Dino's Concrete. And like I said, we'll be back.
Awesome, my man. This isn't the final chapter for you.
Oh,
Can't
fuck
wait to
no.
see you
It's a long book.
see we evolve it. If you get that call, make sure you give me a call and we'll get you back on.
Oh, you'll be the first to know.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Okay, enjoy your time in Colorado.
You too.
There we have it, guys. John Kennedy coming on, the official release from Power Slap. It was quite the road and the journey. Wanted to give you guys a little bit more insight in regards to what happens. Obviously, across the board, this is a business. I think people need to realize that. And if you continue to win, the cream rises to the top. And if you lose, unfortunately, sometimes these things happen. It happens in boxing, it happens in MMA, happens in the UFC all the time. I've got a feeling John Kennedy is, a tough mofo. I think it might not be the last that we see of him, whether we see him in Slap Fight Championship with JT Tilly, or one day he gets a second chance to come back to Power Slap. One of the things with this sport that we know is that there is going to be turnover within the sport. Right now, just from the history of Slap Fight Championship, it's less than 2 bouts is the average career span of these fighters. So already seeing them go through the road to the title, getting to Power Slap 1 for the athletes that were able to be there, they're already going past that average. So, unfortunately, the human side of it, these individuals have kids, they have family, and these types of things do happen. And, I'll put the letter up here one more time for you guys to see. But, effective, I believe it was March 13th. Here we go. John Kennedy, no longer part of Power Slap. I'm Corey Swergas here for Slap News. If you like the content that you see in our channel, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to it. And if you like this video specifically, give it a thumbs up. It definitely benefits this channel when you do so. And really here, we're just here to get the word of slap fighting out to the masses. And by making those little steps, greatly helps this channel and us to be able to grow. Till next time, all the very best.